We are here at the St. Louis Artists Guild for our new exhibition series, diving into the idea of spiritual healing through practice of art. That could be diving into materiality and what that means to somebody. It could dive into the idea of being in a specific place and that feeling that that place gives off, or working through your own personal issues within your art. You will first see Still Point by Christine Ilewski in our ramp gallery, which is a series of vignettes along the Mississippi River that are outside her studio, giving off the feeling of isolation. There's also this excitement about the colors that she's using, so you might feel warmth or feel like you're standing right on the other side of the bushes looking through that window to see that scene that she's painting. As you enter into our main gallery, you will see a solo show by Ronald Young, Everything Falls Apart.
When people come and see this exhibition, my main objective is to present them with a body of work that asks questions. I'm not here to provide any answers. I have my own interpretation of what I feel the materials represent. These pieces are a body of work that I've been creating since the COVID epidemic has subsided, and it gave me a chance to kind of like answer some questions that I wanted to deal with, namely, what is it that our society is dealing with today? And these pieces kind of reflect that, my attitudes towards many of the things that we see going on right now. Many of our institutions that we thought would stand forever, we're seeing are being tested. We have political strife, we have economic strife around the world, and this is just my reflection of that. The burnt wood, the nails, the ropes and chains are all metaphors for all of the many things that I see that are going on in our society right now, and how we are able to deal with them, and that these materials have been around for a long time, and that just like these materials, we will find a way to deal with the problems that we have in our society today. But I want people to look at these materials and get their own impressions from them. Many of them are things that are common everyday materials, but they're presented in such a way that it creates a conversation of how did we get here and how do we proceed forward from this point in time.
Lastly on display is Beyond Belief, a national juried exhibition juried by David Brinker, who is the director of the Contemporary Museum of Art at St. Louis University. Beyond Belief explores the idea of artists dealing with ideas that could potentially be healing or diving down the spiritual avenue of art, or the idea that you could be personally working through this idea of enlightenment through your own work. So on display you will see sculptures, you'll see paintings, drawings, fiber work. There's even a sculpture done with Legos. Every artist is taking a different approach that are all giving this idea of materiality having some kind of meaning. So dealing with all of these avenues bring in the idea of healing through art's sake. Part of the St. Louis Artists Guild's mission is to provide inspiring experiences to visitors to our gallery, but also to the community. All the exhibitions in our space allow artists from the community, or even community people who are just interested in art, to come in and be inspired to think about new concepts, inspired about art making, inspired about new ways of thinking about how a concept can be conveyed. And by doing all of that, we're providing this lovely opportunity to see national and local artists here in the St. Louis community. You can view these exhibitions on display until May 13th. You can find more information on our website at www.stlouisartistguild.org.